Well, hello and welcome. Welcome always to Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. And today it's Joyful Monday. I am Joy Ruffin, and the work that I do is as a leadership and signature style specialist and a personal development strategist and so much more. But every Monday and on Wednesdays for Leading Ladies, I bring you a featured guest speaker because it's all about sharing their journey with you. Because don't we all love to share? And one of the reasons that I'm excited today, I had forgotten, my friends, and welcome. Can never say that enough, that today is a very special day. Not only is it Martin Luther King's birthday, but it's the inauguration that's going on in Washington. I didn't forget it, but it kind of slipped through the cracks somewhat. But what a momentous day. So we're going to be talking a lot today with my featured guest speaker, and I'm honored to have her here because we're going to talk about skincare, cosmetics, why we need it. And watching as I'm getting ready today, all that's happening there in Washington, which is the premier prime stop for leadership at the highest level, so to speak. You know what I mean. We're going to be talking a lot about that because power is an aphrodisiac that so many people don't really get. Me, you, we, all of us, the nuances of what real power is all about. And so today we're going to be talking not only about cosmetics and skincare, we're going to be talking about power, equality, divine femininity, and so much more. And we're going to wrap it all around what we're talking about: cosmetic, beauty, skincare. Because we as women, and men too, we're not leaving them out because they need cosmetics and skincare as well. We're going to talk about that and cover that a lot. And in conjunction with that, we're going to cover a lot about whatever your higher source might be. God, the supreme being, your higher source, whatever it might be, it's all under the same umbrella. But before we get going any further, I always love to see you here, and it's always great to have you here. I want to share with you a little bit about my featured guest speaker. You know, we all do a lot of networking, and here and there you just meet people that you align with and you connect with. And you don't have to qualify, you don't have to give it an analysis, it's just a given. And this is a lady that I did that with in one of the networking groups that I belong to. And so when I met her and I shared and listened to her and her speed and her love for what she does in leadership and how she goes about it, ignited something in me. I'm talking about my featured guest speaker. Her name is Cheryl Motif. I hope I pronounced that right. If not, she'll let me know. I'm excited because she's a Mary Kay representative, a beauty consultant. And she's been doing this for quite a while. And she has a passion for people. That's what it's all about: people, community, extended family. And her mission is to enrich women's lives and put them on a path of self-improvement through the usage of skincare, makeup, and care products. And we can go on and on and on. I'm honored to have this lady here because how you show up, even today in this casual mode, it still matters. Your appearance, your image, your presence, and how you project. And when you're watching the inauguration today, I was so grateful, with few exceptions, which we won't talk about today, that I saw where that didn't show up. But you know what? It's all personal choice because we're going into individualization, especially for women and power and equality. So sit back and help me relax. Help me relax. Oh, I guess I need to relax too. Sit back and help me welcome our featured guest speaker today. Cheryl, come on up. Great to have you here. I said, help me relax. I need to relax too. I can't hear you. There's no sound.
Hello, Joy. Thank you for having me here. I am honored to be here with you.
Oh, I tell you, this mutual admiration society will drive us both over the wall. But listen, again, I didn't realize what a momentous day this is, but let's tie it in with what we're doing. I shared a little bit about your background. Now, you've been a beauty consultant, I think you said, since 2014. But before you did that, Cheryl, I was fascinated by what you did. Tell us a little bit about what you did before you became a beauty consultant.
Well, I have had just about every kind of job you can think of.
Really?
Yes. And maybe the height of them all was that I was a civil engineer. So I have a degree in civil engineering. And I did that for about 10 years until my third child was born. So when he was born, and he's now 20, when he was born, I had 3 children under the age of 5. And I just really loved being a mom. I really loved being at home with them. And I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom after my first and my second kids were born. So after that boy was born, I just decided to stay home. And I've loved every minute of that. I still sort of consider myself a stay-at-home mom because now I'm a work from home mom. And now I also have a son who's 12. So I have 4 kids.
Oh, I thought you said three. Now you have 12. Oh my goodness, this
No,
is
no,
a
no,
good
no,
story.
no.
I love stories. Don't we all? We all love stories. But you know what resonated with me, and I'm sure with many of the people who tune in and listen now and later, Cheryl, is that most of us are in the entrepreneurial arena. And so we enjoy working at home, but yet we want to get out. But we want to be independent agents for whoever and whatever we're doing. And that's what you expressed and expressed it so well because individuality is coming through here today. And I love that what you gave me all evolves around because it begins with skincare. So now you've been with Mary Kay for quite a while, and I applaud this woman every day because she was one of the first. I think she and what was the other, Estee Lauder, who started the skincare, or was she before? I really don't know. I didn't do my research.
I don't know when any other company started. I know that Mary Kay started in September of 1963. So we just
Ooh.
had our 60-year anniversary.
60 years. Well,
Yep.
isn't that and Mary Kay, as I recall, has not been with us for a while, but her legacy, another favorite word of mine, Cheryl, it
Yes.
carries on. So let's talk about before we get into, because this is a very momentous day in many ways. Let's talk about skincare because the best cosmetics and makeup, unless you're taking care of this body, this vessel, this temple, and starting head to toe, top to bottom, hair to shoes, you're in trouble. So tell us a little bit about how you are combining skincare with your love for God and the work that you're doing. Because
Mhm.
I love what you gave me, God first. I love that.
Yep, yep. So I am passionate to talk about skincare products, and
Yes.
I wouldn't work at the beauty counter at the department store
Hmm.
because I don't love my life for the products. I love my life because of the people that I get to meet through my products. So I love Mary Kay skincare products. I think they're the best in the industry. I use most of them. I use all of them that are appropriate for my skin. And Mary Kay Ash, the woman who founded Mary Kay,
Hmm. Hmm.
had the philosophy in life that God was first, family was second, and career was third.
I agree.
And I was living that way in my life when I found out about Mary Kay. So I thought, a business that subscribes to the same philosophy that I already subscribed to. So that was really interesting to me that I knew I needed to find out more about this company because God just really is the most important thing in my life. He's the most important relationship I have. And I do have Jesus as my savior.
I love that. And you know why, Cheryl? Because we all have different verbiage and we all speak to it in different ways, but the underlying core pretty much is always aligned. Because my foundation, my premise is that family first, relationship second, and community. Because under those three goes everything. And family, unless that premise, whatever your higher source is, you're in deep, you know what. So I love that God is first, and that I had forgotten that Mary Kay started with that. What made you, and give us the percentage of why skincare is so vital and so important for women? And one of the reasons I want to hear from you, Cheryl, is because I'm a happy senior. I'm delighted each day when I rise, and I'm happy to say I'm a happy senior. But this anti aging, even though I get it, I understand it, and I know about marketing and promotion, I did that for a short, brief time in my career. We're gone over the top with it. So where and how did you discover for you that skincare was the premise, the base, the foundation of all the cosmetics you can use? Share with us a little bit about your take on that.
All right. So skincare just helps you have healthy skin.
Yes.
And different people have different skincare needs.
Hmm.
The younger generation just needs something simple. Teenagers, young 20s might need an anti-acne line. Women in their 20s and 30s and 40s want just a skincare line that's going to address the beginning stages of aging.
Hmm.
And then women 40 or 45 and older want to repair the damage. And
Hmm.
I'm of the age that I used to lay in the sun with baby oil on my body.
Oh,
So I harmed my skin. And that was really before we even understood what sunscreen was. So
yes.
so I use that repair line happily 2 times per day to just repair that damage that I did to myself. And so we have a skincare line for everyone, just based upon what you want and what you need.
Ah, Cheryl, I love the way you describe that. Let me tell you why. Because you brought up something I wanted to bring to the fore. Because in my generation, and even now, well, not for the past 2 years, but traveling a lot and going to all of these beautiful, sunny countries and going to the beach, I would see all these beautiful, young, gorgeous women baking in the sun with baby oil. I could tell it wasn't PDF. So when you mentioned PDF, I heard and I received what you said about the younger generation and the different categories that you put them in. But the reality is, the sooner you start with the PDF, if you like the sun, and the sun loves you, but you have to know how to utilize it, you need to start with PDF early,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
too early, never.
yeah.
So how would you speak to that? Because baby oil was back in my generation and before and a little bit after, but now you need PDF or every line in your face. We see it now with older women, and I don't judge, but you can tell. I see, you see, we all see.
Yeah.
But we need PDF. And if you're in a sunny climate, no matter how great you are with your health regime, you need it. So how do you prescribe, describe, and ask those who are younger to start using PDF in their skincare?
Yeah. So SPF, sun protection factor, is what that stands
Yes,
for.
yes, yes.
And we have 3 products with SPF. Our 2 anti-aging skincare lines, the day cream has the sunscreen built in,
Mhm.
and we have a CC cream, which is one of our foundations, and that has sunscreen built in. And we actually have a 4th product, which is almost brand new. It
Mm.
came out last summer, and that's our mineral facial sunscreen.
Ah,
So some of the mineral sunscreens you see are the ones that leave that white cast
that
on your
act,
skin.
yes.
So right now we have a mineral facial sunscreen for your face, and it just rubs in. It's like silk and it doesn't leave that white cast. And I
Hmm.
use that if I'm going outside to exercise. If I'm
Mm.
just going about my day, then I'll use my day cream.
Yes, and
So
thank you for the correction.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love being corrected because Cheryl, I was saying PDF. I have PDF in my noodle here, but it is SPF. So thank you. I'm always
for
grateful.
sure.
I don't mind being wrong at all. Yes, continue.
Yeah. So sunscreen is important because it protects your skin from the harmful effects of the sun.
Yeah.
And it protects you, well, it can protect you from UVA rays and UVB rays. The UVA rays age you and the UVB rays burn you. So you always want to make sure that the sunscreen you choose is broad spectrum or full spectrum, because that means it's protecting you from both of those rays, the A and the B.
I love your explanation because I think that skincare, especially, I think the younger you start with it, the better off you're going to be as you age, and aging is inevitable. And the same thing is for financial support and all of that stuff that most of us, because of the programming conditioning, we didn't get. I love all of your explanations about skincare because it's vital. And my only prayer, as Momsy would say, is that people received it. How, when you say God first and skincare and we're wrapping it all together, how does family, because I received your saying you wanted to be home with your family,
Yeah.
to the raise, to upbringing and all of that. How are you putting that into the work and how does that play into the work that you're doing now with Mary Kay from your home?
I love working from home because I have more time at home then.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right. And COVID taught me that I could run a successful business using Zoom. So
Mm.
I still work 90% of my appointments on Zoom. So I have lots of skincare samples in my house. I just mail skincare samples ahead of time, and then I
Yeah,
meet women on Zoom. And then
I
we
love
try the products together. I'm usually in my bathroom when I do those appointments, and I'm
it.
usually washing my face while they're washing their face. And we
Ah,
do that morning, afternoon, night. We get ready for the day together. We get ready for bed together. And I love that because I can be with my family. They know I've got a Zoom coming up. My 12-year-old son is so kind to leave and say, Mom, isn't your Zoom about to start? Mom, don't you need to go get on your appointment? And what that really means is he just wants to play on his PlayStation.
I love that. I
Yep.
do love that. Yes.
And, then the appointment is an hour or 90 minutes. I wrap things up, and then I literally walk back to the family room, and my son is there waiting for me.
I love
So
it.
I've eliminated the drive time and I've eliminated the schlepping, taking everything down the stairs. I live on the second floor, out to my car, driving, taking everything into the house, taking everything and doing it all in reverse. So I really have enjoyed working from home and working virtually because it
Mm,
has simplified things and
I
it's
love
gotten me
that.
time back in my life.
Cheryl, you're so on point because you gave us something that many of us have put aside and not embraced. COVID, as much as it
Mhm.
hurt and damaged a lot of people, it also gave you something, and it gave you more of an insight to how you could work from home and still keep your family unit together. I love that. You spoke to something when you were talking about working and promoting the products that you do at home versus people versus retail. And I want to speak to that a little bit, but for now, I'm going to take a quick little reset, a break. I'm going to bring up your graphic and talk about some other things. Then I want to come back and I want you to qualify for us because that resonated with me. I couldn't retain it all, but the way that you versed that was important. You spoke to the difference between working in retail because you want to work for the people. For the people is an expression that I like. So
Yeah.
hold tight. My engineer is going to put you in the green room and I'll be back with you in just a second. You know, friends, this is a day that's full of pomp and circumstance, and that it's full of a lot of stuff. But I want you to remember this: we need you. We need you to join with us in my Facebook group, Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies, because the formality and the ceremony and all that stuff that's going on today, it's important. And my work as a signature style specialist for ladies who lead, ladies who are into power and equality with their vision, mission, and purpose, which is what Cheryl is sharing with us today. And everyone is connected. And everyone, we all need, we're invited to come together, no matter, because we need each other. I need Cheryl's work. Her skin is gorgeous, as is mine. But we need to spread that word out in different ways, different verbiage, different style. So come and join the group and then promote yourself there so that you can extend your community and your relationships with the people that you meet. There is a color quiz that I have that I'm asking you to go and take because color is power. And it's a great way for you to get the beginning seeds of how you can blossom with wearing the right colors and the building, blending, and balancing out the colors that work best for you. So take a screenshot or a snapshot and take the quiz. You won't regret it. Now, I have a webinar, and this webinar is coming up on February the 11th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And friends, no matter what level you are with your signature style, I have so much insight to share with you, the inner secrets. I'm watching closely, as I bet most of you are, it's never all, the inauguration. And let me tell you, those, regardless to your preference, they're leaders. And the majority of them, 99%, there are a few, they are dressed like they are the leaders. They are speaking, they're showing up as a leader with their voice. So make a note, take a screenshot of this. Now, I want to give you this graphic for my featured guest speaker. Please make sure you take a screenshot and a snapshot here because all of this we're talking about, and for me, and it's not because of the range and the generation that I'm in, but skincare is crucial. And then you apply, as my husband says sometimes, all of the war paint. I love that because he says it in love. But once you get this foundational beginning base for you, you are on your way. So take her name, her phone, and then I'm sure there's a website with her name and everything else that you can make sure you get to her and you touch base with her. Now, I'm coming back to you, Cheryl, because you mentioned something, and I wish I could remember verbatim exactly what you said, but you started off sharing with us about why you wanted and preferred to work from home as opposed to in retail and sales. You mentioned for the people. How did you word that? Because that was profound. I love that.
Yes. So I really like being my own boss.
Yes.
So I don't want a boss who creates a schedule for me because I'm better at creating my own schedule than someone is doing that for me.
Mhm.
And I just love being around people. Everywhere I go, I invite people to come with me. Everywhere I go, I try to meet new people. And knowing people and encouraging people and sharing my courage with people
Mm,
really is how I thrive and is how I feel my best.
I love it.
So I want to be in charge of that. I want to be in control of my day. And working at a department store wouldn't put me in control of my day.
Yeah. And what you said is that you want to work with the people, you want
Absolutely.
to connect. And that's what COVID brought to us through Zoom, working through the telly, so to speak, or
Yeah,
the computer and connecting
absolutely.
with of people. Yeah, and that's exactly what it did. And I have to say that the third thing you gave is for me, family, career, community. It's all aligned in different ways, contingent upon the work that you're doing. But you ended with career third.
Yeah,
And what that was Mary Kay's philosophy: God first, family second, and then career.
that's
So
right.
you are combining and putting those together beautifully because you want to be your own leader. You are your own individual. And that's where we're coming. How has to date, I think you said you started in 2014. How is that playing out for you? We know that you're successful at it, but what is it that you want to leave people with that will give them more of an insight of being their own agent, whatever their passion is? Because this is a passion of yours. I felt it from the beginning when I met
Yeah.
you.
So in my Mary Kay business, I sell products and I also am building a team of women who also want to sell products. And so I guess that's the second part of what I do is just telling women about the business opportunity. And if they already love the products, they and women who might not be loving the job that they're currently working, or
Yeah.
women who want more flexibility and want to be their
Yes.
own boss.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of women that I'd love to talk to and just tell them about the opportunity. And if it's interesting to them, we get them started. And if it's not interesting to them, then we just stay friends.
You know what that speaks to, though, Cheryl, and that's where I wanted you to go, and you went there, is that no matter what your knowledge and your expertise might be and the passion that you have for it, bottom line, we're talking about a business, but yet we're also talking about connection and networking and sharing your knowledge, your passion with someone else who could benefit from it and turn it into a business and become their own leader because it all begins with us. That's what you're doing. And a
Yes.
lot of people don't want to share what they know, but it's a business. And the business is about sharing. And that's why watching the inauguration a little bit that I saw today, all the pomp and circumstance, it's all about power. And power is when you are in full cognizant of what you're doing and how you're going about it. And you don't have to agree with that, but does that make any sense at all to you?
It does. And, in all honesty, I have a little bit different of a
Good,
definition of power. Yeah.
good.
So I really believe being in power means being a servant.
Yes, I do too.
Yeah. Okay. And Mary Kay consultants are known for their desire to share what they know. So if I've been doing something that's working, I will happily share that with any other consultant that wants to hear about it.
Ah,
Because someone else being successful as a Mary Kay beauty consultant helps the company for sure. And me sharing helps me because I'm sharing and I am teaching. And you always learn best what you teach to someone else. So
mhm.
I I every day consider how to be a servant towards others. Yeah.
Ah, we use different verbiage. The jargon and the words are different, the rhetoric, but it's the same underlying meaning. I completely agree with you because
Yeah.
the word power, Cheryl, it's an aphrodisiac that's been overused to date,
Yeah.
and most people don't understand that you are a servant. And a lot of people speak it, but they're not. And so
Yes.
that's why I wanted you to speak more on it, and you did it brilliantly because the way that you expressed it, we are teachers, we are servants, and we're to share that information and give it out so others can ignite in within themselves where they need to go and what they need to do. And that aligns back for me and you too with divine femininity. Divine femininity is know thyself, know your higher source, believe in that, go there and find your calling, whatever that might be. Now, you were a civil engineer and then you went from this to that, and then you found this so you could be at home and be your own person. I think that's to be commended. Tell us about some of the lumps and bumps that you met along the way before you found this way, because you didn't just leave what you were doing and go right to Mary Kay, or did you? Maybe I should ask you.
No, I didn't. So I first heard about Mary Kay as
Yes.
a business opportunity in the summer of 2013. And
Mm-hmm.
when I heard about it, I knew that it was for me. I knew that I was already living my life with that philosophy of God first, family second, career
Yes.
third. I
Mm-hmm.
knew that I wanted to be around people, and I even knew that I wanted to be around women.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And
I
so,
think, yeah.
yeah. So, but at the same time, when I found out about it, I knew that my husband wasn't going to let me do it. Right. So I held on and just had that feeling in my gut like someday I'm going to be able to do that. Someday that is going to change my life. And I fast forward about 6 months, and then I met my now Mary Kay sales director. Her name is Kayla,
Uh-huh.
dear friend of mine. Yeah, we've known each other for over 11 years.
Friendship.
And she helped me figure out how to make it happen. Because what I really needed was someone to come alongside me,
Yes.
share their knowledge with me, and
Mm.
help me come up with the plan, help me come up with the how to make it happen.
Cheryl, what a lovely note to end on, because for me, divine femininity and equality and power, they're all aligned. And I want to share this with you, which you've heard and you know, but I want to end for us with this. Women are the bedrock of society,
Oh, for sure.
for sure. We don't bash, blast men in any way or emasculate, but I remember when you said your husband wouldn't let me. I'm going through a different transition in many ways myself. We have to take the ball and run with it and keep them at our side as loyal supporters,
Yeah.
because we are equals. And we to date, because of programming, conditioning, and religion, God, whatever higher source, it's giving us that now. So I love that you ended that way.
Yeah.
Tell me about what is I know somewhat, but I want to hear from you. I can feel and hear the joy and the passion that you get out of meeting and connecting and training and sharing your knowledge and education with others. What is the biggest thrill, excitement, and still keeps you passionate about the work that you're doing today?
I guess there's really 2 things. I
Good.
get excited about every sale. I've got a happy dance. I do doesn't matter what size the sale is,
I love that.
and I do the same happy dance when a woman decides that she wants to become a Mary Kay beauty consultant, and that I get to run alongside her as a business partner instead of as a business owner to customer relationship. So,
Oh,
I've got that happy dance.
oh my God. You know, I love happy dance. I like to say here all the time, we do dance. We do a dance together because I love dancing. I
Mhm.
can't, I say I can't dance. I can dance, but I'm not a loot, but I love all forms of dance. So that happy dance and the two examples that you gave, they're none better. None better at all. Cheryl, you and I could go on and on and on. I really celebrate the work that you're doing because I know how
Thank
needed
you.
it is. I'm going to ask my engineer to put up your poster. I
Please.
want to tell people again to take a screenshot and a snapshot to connect with you. People will do it at their time, at their pace. And then I want you to give us whatever your parting words are, whatever you want to. Please take a screenshot or a snapshot of this graphic here from Cheryl. And in the meantime, Cheryl, whatever parting words, whatever food for thought, what is a takeaway you want to leave us with on this momentous day, Martin Luther King's birthday, the inauguration here in the USA, a president coming again for the second time. I think it was only Roosevelt, but my research might be a little bit off. But it's a momentous day, whatever your politics are, and I don't go there. But what do you want to leave us? What is the takeaway?
I want to leave you with encouragement, and I'd love to meet you in person. I'd love to share Mary Kay products with you. I'd love to tell you about the business opportunity, and I would love to just be friends. So if
Ah,
any of those things are interesting to you, send me a text, give me a call.
Cheryl. Cheryl. I think in some of the movies or TV that goes the name, the name, the name. But thank you for the time. Thank you for the
Absolutely.
information. Thank you for sharing, because sharing in community and relationships, family, God, whatever your higher source, that's where we all need to go. My engineer is going to scoot you in the green room, and I'll be with you
Great.
in a second. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Friends, every guest that I bring to you, featured guest speaker, male or female, because even though I'm all about divine femininity, equality, and power for women, I am not bashing men, because we need, all of us, a different take on our programming, conditioning, and how we are sexualized. But so this woman today shared with us a lot about taking care of your vessel, your body, your temple. And it's not only the face, it's all of you, head to toe, top to bottom, hair to shoes. I'll be back again with you on Wednesday. Until then, make this one of the great biggest days of your life for many different reasons. And I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday at 5. And I send you always much, much love from my heart to yours. Authentic, real, genuine, true. Cheers.